Hi vlog. Hi vlog. What can you say about about Linderhof? Akala ko si Linderhof. Ano, Bayern? Bayern kasi ito na place, diba? Bayern. Ano? Bayern. Hello fellow adventurers, welcome back to another episode of Japoy's Adventure in Europe. It might have been over a year ago, but the magic of my first European adventure is still fresh in my mind. In this leg, I'm taking you back to a place that felt like a dream come true. The Linderhof Palace and Neuschwanstein Castle, tucked away in the snowy Bavarian Alps. Munich wasn't even in our original plans. However, because we had applied for our visa through the German embassy in Singapore, we had to extend our stay in Germany a bit. That meant squeezing Munich into our itinerary. But hey, I heard so much about Neuschwanstein and Linderhof Palace, so I figured, why not? To make things easier, we booked a day trip tour to this iconic landmark through the online travel app Get Your Guide, which jumps off from the center of Munich.
Hello. Hello, welcome to my vlog. Punta na kami sa castle ni Cinderella. Castle Sleeping Beauty. Hindi. Castle yun ako. Castle ni Basta Castle. We are ready now going to the Castle of Sleeping Beauty. Papunta sa iyo.
Then, ladies and gentlemen, for your security, please fasten seatbelts. It's obligatory. So please fasten seatbelts.
Yung boses ni ate parang yung sa Fairytale. Narrator na. Once upon a time in the land of Bavaria.
Our program today.
7 o'clock daw. Oh my
Yes, and
god.
then, ladies and gentlemen, actually,
It's a
the tour
10.5
bus is
hour
English.
daily trip.
Then you all know the entrance fees are not included in the tour price. To visit Linderhof and Neuschwanstein, both castles together, €30 per person. And children under 18, you pay only €8.
Kais, €8 lang.
And
The bus journey from Munich itself was a scenic treat. Rolling hills and charming villages all built up the excitement.
And coming up on the right-hand side, the monastery, you see the dome of the church of it. It's a masterpiece of Baroque. So inside, richly decorated. The monastery was founded in the Middle Ages.
Ang ganda ng snow sa labas. It's really winter, you know. Hello guys.
The big mountain over there?
Linderhof.
Nasa Baclaran na tayo.
We're here at Linderhof Castle.
Madulas siya.
And it
ang daming
just
foreigner.
As the tour guide said, it just started snowing here 2 weeks ago. So we are lucky that we came here after 2 weeks and it's covered with snow. Charot, charot. Ang ganda.
Tingnan mo dito. Sabi lang.
Naluluha ako sa lamig. Saan yung castle? Video. Good video. Hello.
Times, and that's pressed on your ticket. The first tour starts 10:20. The second group, that's with the children, 10:20, and the second group 10:30. The way to the palace, that's from here a good 5-minute walk, or perhaps take care, perhaps a little slippery. You go through the forest.
The air was cold then, but my heart was overflowing with joy. Here was a guy who had only ever dreamt of seeing European castles, but now stepping off a coaster into a scene blanketed in white and exploring them personally. It was like being in a movie Frozen, minus a talking snowman. This wasn't just any day trip. It was my first trip to the European Alps, and they delivered.
Linderhof Castle.
Nestled in the Bavarian winter wonderland was Linderhof Palace. Now, if you imagine how grand castles like Neuschwanstein are, Linderhof is their quirky, more intimate cousin. It was the passion project of King Ludwig II, a man known for his, let's say, eccentric tastes. He was obsessed with all things French, particularly King Louis XIV and his palace at Versailles. Walking through Linderhof is like stepping into a miniature Versailles, but with a Bavarian twist. There's a hall of mirrors, naturally, ornate tapestries, and a dining room with a magical disappearing table, perfect for a king who preferred to dine alone. But the real star of the show is the grounds. Well-manicured gardens, fountains, and even a grotto inspired by the Venusberg from Wagner's opera Tannhauser. Yes, it was all dusted in snow, making it feel even more surreal. Except those cased to prevent them from wearing out.
This is a joke.
Very awesome. Very awesome. Ulit tayo. Yung picture niya.
Tara, toilet. Saan si JP?
Anong gagawin natin dito, friend? Hindi ko nakinig sa
Shopping lang.
Shopping lang dito ng woodwork. 30 minutes na tayo dito eh.
Tara na, friend. Naiihi ako. Nasaan? Pumasok siya eh. Hi vlog. Hi vlog. Hi vlog. What can you say about about Linderhof?
Akala ko si Linderhof. Ano, Bayern? Bayern kasi ito na place, di ba? Bayern. Ano?
Bayern.
Actually, hindi siya ganun kalamig, no? Oo. Hindi katulad sa...
Oh, ito kasi yung hangin.
Walang
Oo,
hangin.
kasi
Ay,
wala
oo,
hangin.
natabunan ng hangin. Oo, natabunan. Natabunan yung hangin sa mountains. Kasi walang magbag.
Patabas over Bayern. Over Bayern.
Yun nga eh. Over ba yan?
After spending the morning in Linderhof, we hopped into our bus and headed to Hohenschwangau. As we approached the village, the Neuschwanstein Castle started peering through the trees. That moment was pure magic.
Man, he wasn't walking to. But the most time he was here. Do you know Richard Wagner, the composer? We know Richard Wagner, he visited here, but Neuschwanstein was not finished. He was here. Richard Wagner was here for 2 days. Or now a room is named after him. But that's about Neuschwanstein.
Speak it up.
Oh, that's and also it can be easier because it's downwards. And you would like to see the view.
Dalawa lang talaga yung nasa kung kailangan natin pumunta ng tatlo dito kasi tatlong resort yun 2 days daw yung sabi niya.
Ang laki ng kabayo. Kabayo. OMG, like Fairytale balang.
Very take balang.
Sobrang laki. Tignan, malaki yung tikbalang. Ang ganda.
Ang ganda. Para kaming nasa sa ibang bansa.
Pogs! 3!
Ganda. Ganda. Kita niyo yan? Yun. Ayun. Wala, dito maganda oh. Clear
I still can't fully describe how beautiful Neuschwanstein was. It was even grander than in the pictures. Snow on the towers and turrets made it look like a giant gingerbread house. Seriously, it felt like a dream. Our tour inside the castle was also a whirlwind of fabulous rooms, each one more beautiful than the last. There was gold almost everywhere, expensive tapestries, and murals that told stories of knights and legends. I kept pinching myself, just in case I was dreaming. The throne room was amazing. The view from the windows was breathtaking with snow-covered mountains and forests.
In the next building, on the right-hand side, I described the scene in the middle, Hänsel and Gretel. Brother and sister Hänsel and Gretel, first the scene together with the parents, then Hänsel at the oven, but then Hänsel in the cage, and then with the witch and Gretel is crying.
After the castle tour, if you have time, take a walk around the village of Hohenschwangau. It's small but charming, and there are many places to eat delicious food and drink hot chocolates.
The house with Little Red Riding Hood, the scene is beneath the balcony. First Little Red Riding Hood together with the grandmother. She's ill in bed, then with the mother, then deep in the woods with the wolf. Coming up on the right-hand side, left-hand side, coming up on the right-hand side, the houses with no christenings.
So why winter? The castles are beautiful in any season, but seeing them in winter was something extra special. The snow made it even more magical, and there were fewer people. Also for me, the feeling of being in a snowy wonderland is just different. Even over a year later, the memories of these castles still make me smile. It wasn't just a place I visited in Europe. It was like something out of a storybook, a place where dreams come true. Our tour zipped us through the palace and grounds, but we could have spent hours exploring every nook and cranny. There's something about the mix of grandeur, whimsy, and natural beauty that make these castles utterly enchanting. If you're heading to Munich, I highly recommend venturing out a day tour like this. Even if you're not a history buff or a fan of eccentric kings, it's a feast for the eyes. And if you're lucky enough to visit in winter, the snowy Bavarian Alps will make it an experience you won't soon forget. So there you have it, our winter adventure trip through Munich. From the city's main streets to the Bavarian Alps outskirts, this city truly has something for everyone, even when it's chilly outside. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this adventure. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more travel vlogs and tips. And if you have any questions about planning your own Munich trip, leave them in the comments below. Until next time, stay warm, stay curious, and keep exploring.